Hi, Stitchers. I'm Laura, and I'm one half of the Pattern Queens. I'm flying solo today so that I can talk to you about my 24 for 24. So, 2 years ago, Katie and I decided to start 22 brand new projects between New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. And we spent just a little bit of time on each one getting them started, and they're projects that have just been sitting in our stash that we wanted to have started, but just hadn't done it yet. So we did that. And then last year, we allowed ourselves to make any new starts for pieces we had finished from our 22. And we had to have at least one new start for our 23, our New Year new start for 2023. This year, we've decided that we can move in current whips into the slots that we have opened up, or we can make a new start. But we have to have one new start for our New Year New Start project. And I thought I would come and show you what I have in line for this. Also, I have my planner from the Black Needle Society that I'm going to use. And I've decided that for these projects, I'm going to put them at the back in this works in progress. There are pages and pages there to be used. Now, if you have the planner, you will notice at the front, right toward the front, there's a page called 24 for 24. But if you read through it, you'll see that Katie and I last year started 23 projects that we had agreed upon. And this year we're going to start 24 new projects. So I will put those in here. They will be started throughout the year, typically a couple a month, so that we don't get too overwhelmed with all of the new starts. So I'm going to jump into this, and I'm going to start with the projects that were originally here from 2022 that I just haven't finished. Mostly it's because I don't get back to them. I've had other things that I've planned during the year to do, and I just haven't pulled these projects out. So I want to put them front and center this year and really see if I can finish up a bunch. My first one is ABC Phrases from Collection Tralala. Really sweet little piece. And in 2 years, this one is stitched. I'm going to put these up on a piece of 28 count linen from Fiber on a Whim called Presenting Lorelei Gilmore. And in 2 years, I haven't even made it around the border. Although you will see that I did pop up and put the base of this urn down there so that I know exactly where it is. So in a half hour on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, we'll see where that gets. But hopefully also I will get it pulled out and make some progress. I have that in a Project Bags by Judy. She has a Facebook group and she makes beautiful bags. So my next one is a full kit. I have a huge stack over here, guys. A full kit from Shepherd's Bush, and it's called My Home Sweet Home. My birthday is July 3rd, so I love some Americana stitching, and I really wanted to include one on this. Now, what I have done is the white in the hill for the sheep. And hopefully I will get that part finished this year and see what else I can work on, maybe filling them in or starting the outline of the hill around them. That would be a good thing. And this one I have in a Love You More sleeve. I put it in this because we called this Stars and Stripes. I thought it would fit. Then one that did see some attention this year is Reflect Upon Your Present Blessings. So it's just called Present Blessings by Hands On Design. And this one I actually had started and I hated my fabric. So I pulled out a new piece and restarted it, and I am pretty far along. I have some of those specialty stitches to put in the lettering, and then I have the top of this to do. So this one would not take a lot to get to the end. And it, I have in a Love You More sleeve, and it's called Laura's Lavender. It was one that we put out there on my birthday, and the inside is this really pretty purple stripe. So there's that. Then this one gives me some fits. It's Rabbit Rabbit by Ink Circles, and I am still stuck on January. Now, I liked the purple this was on. I'm trying to see what they used. They used Shale from Picture This Plus. That's not what I think I have. And this is where I am. Mine is on 40 count, and I just have such a hard time with it that I think I'm finishing this one, and then I've purchased another big piece of fabric, and I am going to restart and do the whole thing on. This was going to be on one piece. Actually, no, it wasn't. They were all going to be separate because that's down in the bottom corner. But anyway, the others will be on one piece of fabric, and I will do those. So this is another Love You More sleeve. Obviously, I love my purple, and that's what I have that in. Then one that I really, really like, and I need to sit and work on this because I do like this. It's called Stitcher's House from Stone Street Stitchworks. Why would I not like something that I started, right? And I have this on a 32 count Belfast called Tutu from Color and Cotton. It's a beautiful color. It works so well. And that's where I am. So I have the width of it, and I've started on those big flowers, put that path up to the house. So I'll probably work more on the other flower this year so that I can then just fill in the hill behind it. And because it is Stitcher's house, I felt like it needed to be in kind of a crafty sleeve, because I feel like we Stitchers are a crafty bunch. I have a lot in this one. So I put this in this beautiful sleeve. I love the newsprint. It's a actually it's a dictionary print that then has things stamped on it. Just loved it. And then next up, I have from Nikki's Creations Primitives Alphabet Garden. I love flowers and gardens. I am a terrible gardener. So this is my way to get this done. And I have this on 32 count Butter Crunch from Needle Bling Designs. And I've just gotten that corner. I was so happy because I made pretty good progress last year, but didn't pull it out again during the year. I was trying to do my 59 before 60, and I only really focused on projects that were closer to a finish. And this upcoming year, I'm hoping to pull out a bunch of projects and make good progress on them. And I have this in, I believe this is a Rifle Paper Coat fabric. I love this one. Has some little bees on it. Just a pretty one, and just green inside. Okay, then one that makes me laugh. Again, I don't know. I think I just had a hard start on this, and we'll see how I feel about it after I work on it. But it's Cats in the Rain by Madame Chantilly, which I just think is a cute cute project. And I have it on a piece of 28 count feldspar. And I decided to just work on the rain boots and the raincoat to get started. I'm still thinking about the cats. I had kind of thought maybe I would make them colors of cats that we've had. And this one is another Love You More sleeve. I just loved how pretty it was. And I have all of the paint inside as well. Then this one is so fun. Twisted Oaks Designs, polka pen. And I love it. You can do it up like the chicken here, or you can lay it out and make it a sampler. I haven't quite decided. I'm doing mine on a Parisian stripe. I think that's what it's called. Oh, pink Parisian. And it has been really fun to work on. And this one I have in this fun Macron sleeve. And the inside of it is just that crackled peachy color, which I thought was so fun. And then one that I really loved. Now, this was designed for one of the Black Needle boxes, and it is Half the Fun by Ink Circles. I've seen so many people working on this one. I just love it. I'm using Rami's Creations Ocean Waves floss. Really, really pretty. On this green linen from my stash. And I just have the tiniest little start down in the corner, but we'll get more through that. This one is in a Tula pink bag with the owls. See them there? They're so fun. And the inside is just some of her dots. Then I have Indigo Bunny. It's Indigo Bunny and Bird by Marjorie Massey. But I am working on the bunny, of course. If you know, you know. And I'm using a 28 count white opal linen. And just, I'm using the floss that was called for with this, which is just DMC. It's hard to catch the opal on this, but I have the corner going. The opal's very subtle. And I will have enough of this to do the other piece as well. This one is in another Love You More sleeve. And it has a little bit of foiling on it. And the inside is just that cute little flower. So next up is a la-di-da chart called Which Witch. Oops, there we go. Which Witch. I love this crazy thing. And I have not made hardly any progress. This is on a 32 count linen from Bestitch Me. I don't have the color name on the card. It wasn't printed on the card. But it is this much. And I put in the little mice. And I've also put in a couple little spots where her boots will be. But I'll probably finish out that bottom border this year. See how many of these swirls I can get across. I have to finish coming back across and crossing those. So we'll get that taken care of and see where I end up. This one is in an unusual bag. That's just a mesh front and orange in there with it. Kind of seemed to fit for me for a Halloween piece. Then I have from Owl Forest Embroidery, Bayun Cat. And this is a full kit, so I have all of the supplies from the kit, and I have almost made it all the way around the outside of the cat. That linen does have a little color to it. It's a fun one to stitch, and I'm hoping I will get around the rest of the border so that I can start filling in the inside. The next one I have is from Heartstring Samplery. This one is called Peace Band Sampler. And I've just chosen some flosses from my stash that I thought would be pretty. They are Color and Cotton flosses. And I'm using a Needle Bling fabric. It was a Galleria limited edition pearl. It is a Barely There pink. And that's how far I've gotten on this one. I've done a little extra work on it. And I can't wait to get a little further because I do have at least one more color of floss that I'm using with this. So, and this one is in this sleeve, which I just thought was so pretty. Just makes me think about it. And the inside is orangey. Next up is a silly one. This one is Rodney by Kathy Barrick Designs. And I am stitching it on a piece of Color and Cotton. Let's see if there's a name on it. I think it's just a limited edition. Oh, it's a special edition. And I went with this orange fabric. I like how it's showing up. So I'm really excited to work on this one. If you don't know, I really like rabbits. And so that's a fun thing for me to do. And I can't wait to get in there. I think maybe I need to do part of him so I don't have to stitch that whole rabbit at one time. So we'll see. We'll see where I get, and maybe I will work on that, work on Rodney himself a little bit this year. And this one I have in a bag that Katie had found this fabric and we fell in love with it. And then I asked Judy from Judy's Project Bags and More to make me a project bag out of it. And we have the bees inside. I just love this. Such a pretty one. The next one that I have is from Prairie Moon. I think you can still get Prairie Moon charts as PDF downloads. This one is called The Red and the Black. It's kind of hard to see, but seriously, there are two colors, red and black. And I started right in the center bottom on a piece of 32 count Days Gone By. That's as far as I've gotten. So that is the letter W. I find this fabric a little challenging to work on, and so it's not one that I typically will reach for. But we'll see if I can get at least through one letter and maybe get some of a frame done on another one. And I'm using Weeks Dye Works Kohl on this, and I bought a ton of skeins so that I would make sure I had enough. And I have it in I won't think Alexander Henry, I think, is the fabric designer on this, but we called this sleeve the Black Pearl. I don't believe we have any more of this. I don't know, you'd have to check. But it's so fun. And the inside we did in what I call wallpaper. I don't think you will get any kind of light to be able to see. It's a black with a gray print on it. Next up, I have from Modern Folk Embroidery a chart that was designed for a black needle box, and it's called The River. I've seen so many people do this one, really love it. And I'm using the Forbidden Fiber Company floss, River of Life for this, but a piece of spearmint linen from my stash, and that's how far I am. I am a bottom right starter, so I'm still down there on that border getting things going. And this one, the river, I had to be a little cheeky I had this fun Love You More sleeve that I put him in. I just think this is hysterical. And I like this so much that I found this in another colorway, and I have plans to make myself project bags with it too. Then Keisha gave me the 2023 Collector's Heart from Heart in Hand. She knows that I just love these. And after I finished a project during a digital retreat, I started this and I got the heart. So this heart is right in the center. And I just thought it was fun. And because I was working on another project during the weekend, I left this in the project bag that I made for a whale. Has little narwhals inside. Just a fun one. The one that I was really anxious to start, we are up to things that I started this last year. That started with the last one. One that I was really anxious to start is Singing Sparrow by Sweet Wings Studio. This is a song that I really love. And I have this. Let's see if I have that. I have this on a piece of Forbidden Fiber Co. Glacier. It's a 32 count linen, and I'm using the called for flosses. And I have a tiny little start that I did at a retreat that I was at. So I don't even have the word me, just Obviously, this one needs some big time attention. And I have this in a beautiful bag from that So Kelly Co. that says Sampler Stitcher. Pretty bag. Another one that I had really wanted to get started is Block Party 17th by Hands On Design. And this is what the whole thing looks like on the side all the way around when you lay it out. And I managed to get yep, I had to double check there. I'm doing this on a piece of 28 count solo linen from Silk Weaver. I managed to get the entire piece down here. And I still have enough to do the top and the bottom when I get that far. So I will get started on some of the clover around this and see what all I can get in. I'm using one of the fun things for this. I'm using all the called for colors, and I'm using the Atom hearts that we had in the nice list, the Grinch's heart. But with Block Party, I just thought that would be so pretty. And I'm just using little removable stickers that I can pull off when I'm done. I think they came with it. So there's that. And then another one that I had really been wanting to start is In All Things Be Exceedingly Diligent. It is this big, long sampler. It is 406 wide by 95 high. And I started working on this alphabet, which I started in the center. And if you've been with me, you know that I choose, and when there's an alphabet, I will change the letters of my family members' names. And so I did that with this one. So my JKLB are done in a different color than the rest of that alphabet. At our in-person retreat this past year, Judy and I, so Judy's Project Bags and More, We agreed that we would start. This is the day. Now, I did not get much done, and I don't think Judy did either, but we both wanted it started. And I have mine on, my fabric doesn't tell me what it, oh, there it is. A 32 count vanilla bean. I believe this is one of the wabi sabis from Shakespeare's Peddler. And I decided that I would pop up right underneath where the house is. So it let me kind of start in the middle. And I just did that border across. So I will decide what I'm starting from there and get some more in. But I'm really excited about this one. I love how pretty it is and all the colors. And this one I put in a project bag that was made for me by Megan. And she knows I love purple. And then look at the inside. I love green with purple, and it's the exact color of the touches on there. So, so pretty. I only have a couple more. So, last year's New Year New Start was Hive Rules from Primrose Cottage Stitches. And my family bought me all of the supplies for this, and they bought me even the mounting board to do this. So I am stitching. Katie ordered a piece of 25 count garden party from Bestitch Me, and I start at the bottom. So I have basically finished the last 2 pages. I have a couple of rows to go right here. But I worked on this one off and on quite a bit. 25 count is lovely. It's 25 over 2. Another fun one that I started, and I started this because of Keisha, is Halloween at Granny's by Carolyn Manning Designs. And it's done on this beautiful espresso bean. And if you go back and look, Keisha is doing hers on espresso bean. I am doing mine on a piece of coloring cotton linen. And I was trying to see if my tag was in here. I believe it's a limited edition. I don't believe it was a named color from her. But mine is this beautiful green. And I am really loving how this is coming up. So all the colors are showing up beautifully. This is a fun one to stitch on. The needle minder is from Love You More from the fall. Not Love You More, from the Black Needle from the fall. And this I have in a bag from That So Kelly Co. So I'm using this for all of my flosses, and they're on rings, but all of your threads will lay on this part and it snaps, and then it's in a matching bag. So it's very cute. If you haven't gotten bags from Kelly, they're so cute. And she put a tag on it. This one was seasonal, so she made sure that it kind of matched it. You can write on the back. And then the back of it is a cute one that's the same as this trim. And my last one, my New Year New Start for 2024 is Painted Flowers by Shakespeare's Peddler. I love this one. I just think it's so gorgeous. And I'm using a piece of 36 count gunmetal. And let's see, I'll move. I bought this as a PDF chart. Okay, the Roomba just started up. We're going to try and just get around this. So I have all of the floss in here, and it is mostly DMC with just a couple of over dyes, and it's on this beautiful gunmetal fabric. So I'm doing a different fabric than what was called for. but it's some that she had in her shop. And so I just went ahead and ordered it. I love that. And I'm really excited to start that. If you are doing the stitching with the Black Needle Society, we're stitching 6 to midnight on New Year's Eve, and we're stitching noon to 6 on New Year's Day. And I will be starting this the first thing, so at noon on New Year's Day. And I have this in a cute Tula Pink bag that this time they have a sheer front on it, but I thought it was really cute with all of this. So that is the end of my 24 for 24. Tell me what you thought. Which project do you want to see me finish for sure this year? Did you have more than one? Are you working on any of the projects that I have going? Let me know. We'll figure it out and maybe we can stitch at the same time on some things. So I really like to have chats with all of our viewers and figure out what is going on with all of our fun projects. So just keep me in mind and let me know what you have going. And Keisha should be back next week and we will have a regular video for you then. I have some end of year wrap up and just some fun things to show you. So with that, I'm going to just say, bye. Have a good week.